Hello, students. Your math boy is back for you guys. Welcome to the second topic of grade 10, which is one of my favorite topics I've ever come across. And it's gonna be functions. So, today we're gonna be learning functions in our video. But before I hop into any solution, let me explain what is a function. A function is what you put in your input to make or produce an output. So yeah, putting something in your input in order to get an output. So function is about input and output. So functions go by f of x. So I'm going to show you an input and an output, how input and output look like. So I already started writing f of x. I can say f of x is equal to 2x. You see, x is what we call inputs. It's what we put in our x values and in order to make an output. And output is the final answer. So you see, after the equal sign here, let me write output. Now, there are many ways on how to solve function questions. And let me start with a very easy one, which is called substitution. So, I know you've known substitution since 6th grade, some other schools 5th grade, depending on the curriculum. But substitution is as simple as that. It's putting the given f value and plug in where there's x. So, example, if f of x is equal to 2x plus 5, then find f of 5. So, in order to find the output, your goal is just to plug 5 wherever there's x. So it will be f of 5 is equals to 2 times 5 plus 5. Then 2 times 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15. So f of 5 is equal to 15. We're done from here. Then another way on how to solve functions is called composite. It's called the composite way. And let me explain now what's the meaning of composite. Composite is putting one thing into another. So in this case of functions, composites is putting one function into another function. So if you see two functions in one question, it means that you're solving a question of composite functions. So composite meaning there is fx and gx, or any other letter we can use, but I really love using fx and gx. So we can be asked if fx is equals to x squared and gx is equals to x plus 5, then you can be told find fg of x. So let's hit straight into the solution. So let's start with f. F, you see here, the value of x, f only without x is the power 2, it's the exponent. So let's start by closing our brackets by x plus 5 as our gx. Then you see here, you see where f is going to be our whole square. So we read the function as x plus 5 whole square. Then in order to find the fg of x, we have to open these brackets. So opening the brackets is quite simple. You have to multiply both brackets to get the final bracket. So in this case, x squared times x times x is going to be x squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 25. Then our fg of x is going to be x squared plus 10x plus 25. This is our final answer as fg of x. I hope all of you guys understood fg of x. Now I'm gonna move on to not the final function, but I'm gonna move on to another way on how to solve the functions, which will be our last part of the lesson, which is called an inverse function. Now, let me take my time and explain to you guys what an inverse means. An inverse is the reflection of x and y. So yeah, inverse is like flipping something over to get the final answer. So reflection or flipping of x and y. And inverse goes by the sign f of negative 1x. If you see this sign, it means you're solving an inverse function question. If you see this sign, if they don't say find the inverse, and if you see only this sign right here, it means you're solving an inverse function question. For example, let me show you guys now. So you can be to ask if f of x is equal to, let's use 2x plus 5. Find f of negative 1x. And I forgot to say that in an inverse function, inverse is mainly swapping x and y. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier, but swapping these two values right here. So now let's start. We rename f of x to become y. So we take y on the other side. Let me first say y is equal to 2x plus 5. We rename y, not rename, we take y on the other side and bring x over the equal sign. So x is equal to 2y plus 5. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides, then divide it by 2 in order to obtain our inverse. So it's going to be x minus 5. After making 5 jump the equal sign, it will be x minus 5 is equal to 2y. Then we divide 2 in order to get our inverse. So it's x minus 5, divide the value next to leading y. So in that case, our inverse will be x minus 5 over 2. And this is our inverse function right here, and this is our final answer. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video on functions. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel in order to see more of my math tutorials. And if you didn't understand how to do my solutions, or if you still don't understand, put it in the comments below and I will answer your comments as soon as I get time to answer them. Our next video will be domain and range of a function, which will be following this video. We're gonna learn how to do domain and range. I put domain and range separately because it's kind of harder than all the three ways I've showed you how to solve functions. So yeah, that's why I put domain and range in a separate video, domain and range. So wish you guys best of luck. Get ready for domain and range, which is coming up next after this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.